coming to you guys today with a 10 tips on how to survive graduate school. So I just finished my first semester of grad school last semester and I ended up with a 4.0, praise God. I am in the midst of semester number 2 and y'all, I need to listen to these tips myself, but these tips are basically things that I learned through my first semester that have really gotten me through and helped me just kind of prioritize and get my mind right when it comes to graduate school and balancing work and life and school and all these things. And so if you guys didn't know, I am a full-time graduate student. I also work part-time 20 hours a week. I am a graduate assistant. Basically that means I work on campus and I work in the field that I'm getting my master's in, which is higher education. Number 1, get you a planner, okay? Not leaving notes in your phone. You can do that, but in addition, get a planner. You guys can see, I'll try to find a busy month for me. October was busy. November was busy. So this is my planner, okay? This is what it looks like. I cross them out, I doodle, I write little notes to myself, I highlight, I do everything. I don't do anything personal and professional without putting it in my planner, because this is the only way I can keep everything straight. I even put like days that I'm going to film and days that I'm going to rest and days that I'm going to edit, all of that in this planner, because it keeps me to manage my time the best way that I can. It gives me kind of a snapshot of what to expect for that week. So above all else, get you a planner. Secondly, and which is second most important, is figure out what helps you relax and what helps you rejuvenate each week or each day. For me, last semester, Bible study was very, very important for me because it kept me going. It gave me life basically and strength to continue to trying and doing my best, and it was hard because I took a year off between school, and then also just a master's program or a PhD is going to be completely different than undergrad, so the pressure is there and the rigor as far as academics is there. So I definitely leaned on my faith a lot last semester, and also exercising came into play a lot for me last semester as well. I was super focused on just making sure that I took care of my body, I took care of my spirit, you know, all of that, so that I could do the best job that I could do in school. And so with exercising, I also started taking a multivitamin, and I just take a 1-a-day multivitamin. This is the Women's Once Daily multivitamin and mineral dietary supplement from Trader Joe's. This is my favorite one I've ever taken. I used to take 1-a-days in high school, and in college I tried a couple different ones, but this one is by far my favorite because it has extra stuff in it like greens and you know, different supplements and stuff that you get from fruits and vegetables and things that I don't eat when I'm on the go, which is 24/7. So this is a great supplement for me that I have really loved this whole year, because you have to keep yourself healthy. You can't do your best when you're not 100% there. So definitely take care of yourself and figure out what you need to do to remain sane, and plan that out. Like time manage relaxation, time manage, you know, getting some rest, because no one is good when they haven't slept for 2 days and they're trying to function. It's not healthy, it's not good for you, and it's bad for your just overall mood. You want to make sure you're healthy. Number 3 for me, dark chocolate. This is one of my I must have when I am studying, when I am trying to crank out reading 5 chapters in 3 hours and I need like just sweetness or something. And I think they like statistically say that chocolate and like coffee make you happy or something. I read it somewhere. I don't care if it's not true or not, it's true for me. So I love Ghirardelli's Intense Chocolate with hazelnut. Yes, this was on sale. My boyfriend was laughing at me the other day because I was so excited that this chocolate went on sale, so I bought 2 of them. And he was like, you got it on sale. Like, it must be like $15, you know, chocolate, and it's really only like $2.89, but I got it on sale at Target for $2.02, and he thought it was just like the funniest thing. And I'm just like, sale, it don't matter what the sale price is, it was on sale. Purdue Owl, okay? If you guys are using APA format to write your papers and do research, Purdue Owl is like godsend, okay? Because it tells you exactly when to use citations, how to quote things, how to cite things, all of that. So Purdue Owl was so helpful for me last semester. Group study sessions, group reading sessions. Split up those chapters that you have to read for class each week with your peers, the ones that are in your class with you, your cohort, whatever. Split it up and share notes with each other, because honestly, it's hard to read 5 chapters per class if you're taking more than 2 or 3 classes at one time. I was in 3 classes last semester, and the amount of reading is so intense. So my greatest advantage last semester was splitting up readings in the beginning of the semester with 3 other girls in my cohort, and us just using that format all semester long. I never felt like I was unprepared. Even if I didn't get to read that chapter that week, I skimmed some notes that my friend took, and I was good. Because the worst thing is coming to class, because usually grad school classes are very small. I'll have like 6 people in a class. Last semester I had 3 other people in one class, so it was only 4 of us. So coming to class not prepared for discussion and having not read is not what you want to do in grad school, like whatsoever. So splitting up readings and talking about readings with your classmates before to kind of gain perspective is definitely something that helps so much. Understanding that this is not undergrad. This is totally different than undergrad. In undergrad, you can kind of go without talking to your professors. You can go without going to, you know, study sessions. You can go without visiting your professors on call hours. You can do all that and be cool and be fine, but not in grad school. There's so many ways to connect professionally with your professors that you want to get to know them. You want to see what kind of research they're doing, see if you want to hop on to some of the projects that they're doing, because for me specifically, I'm looking to get my PhD. So I'm not just stopping at my master's, so I want to make the connections with my professors and potentially do research with them in areas if they're the same areas that I'm interested in, so that I'm a little bit more prepared for getting my PhD. So if you are looking to get a PhD, and even if you're not, if you're just gonna stop at your master's, definitely get to know your professors, get cool with them, and then it just makes life easier if life does happen throughout the semesters and you need an extension on something. Like, usually professors are really cool about that kind of thing, especially I can say from personal experience in my program, because they know, like, most of the people in my program work full-time, have kids, like, you know, life. So it's really good to connect with them. And then also professionally, they can help you get connected to people as far as jobs, as far as, again, continuing your education and giving you perspective, because obviously in your environment, they are the experts. Be social. Be social with your cohort mates. Be social with the people at your school. Like, don't forget to have a good time while you're in grad school. Just like taking care of yourself, you want to make sure that you're still having fun and still enjoying yourself, getting to know the campus that you're at, just acclimating to the area that you're in. Make sure that you're balancing work and play, because it can get really, really overbearing and overwhelming when you've got so much work to do all the time. Like, plan out specific nights that you want to go out and you just want to have fun, or go to a happy hour with your cohorts. Like, do stuff like that that can kind of balance out, you know, the intensity of being in a graduate program and still being able to be a regular person and living life. Pursue professional development opportunities. Go to those conferences, go to the webinars, go to the coffee dates with your professors. Seek out professional development, because that is going to help you so much when you leave your program and are trying to look for employment. So actively be searching for that while you're in your master's program. And most people, if you're getting your master's, you kind of already have that in your mind. But if you're kind of just thinking about the idea of getting a master's, it is so much more career oriented oriented than undergrad. You really need to make sure you hone in on the network that is in your program, as well as externally that your program may have relationships with, different companies, different schools, whatever, so that you can indulge in all the opportunities possible for you, because you got to have that edge over other people. You have to be prepared. You want to be the star. You want to be that person that gets that job because they were just that much more prepared for the industry that you're going into. So take advantage of professional development opportunity. This right here is number 9. Starbucks refreshers, energy drinks, coffee, no-dos, caffeine, anything that will keep you up and keep you focused and alert when you've got to stay up and write those papers, when you gotta stay up and do research, when you gotta read 7 chapters before you have class the next day. You need caffeine, okay? And my favorite is the Starbucks refreshers. I keep a case of this in my fridge all the time during the semester because these are low calorie. It probably has some bad stuff in it, probably, whatever. I don't care. These things work. They wake you up, they keep you up, and they keep you focused. So whatever you have to drink, whether that be green tea, whether that be coffee, whether that be straight espresso, whatever it may be to keep you awake, do that, because I'm telling you, there's gonna be moments where you are reading the driest material and you've got to get through 20 more pages and you have no earthly idea how you're gonna do it. Grab one of these, you'll be okay. And last but not least, tip number 10, know that it's gonna pay off. Know that all this hard work, all the stress, all the sleepless nights, all the lost times out with your friends will pay off. And know that it will only increase you. Like, getting your master's will only increase you. It'll only make you, even if it doesn't necessarily increase you career-wise as much as you would hope, it will still increase you as a person. You become more knowledgeable about the field that you're studying. You just become all over just a more intellectual and well-rounded person. So definitely remember that it'll be worth it. It won't last forever. Most master's programs are what, 2 to 3 years? Some are like only a year. If you're going for your PhD, which I am, I will have to be telling myself this probably a lot more in the coming years, but know that it'll be worth it. I personally am very much so a learner, a scholar. I love being in the classroom. So I still have those moments where I'm like, why am I doing this? Why did I choose this for my life? And you have those doubtful moments, but you have to remember why you started what you're doing. And you know, if you're seriously having doubts, like you really don't like what you're doing, maybe you don't need to be in the master's program that you are. That happens. It happens when you start something and you're like, wow, this is really not what I want to do with my life. Be able to recognize that and make those adult decisions whether to leave that program or stick it out. Me, I know that I'm getting my master's in something that I'm incredibly passionate about and I love. So for me, when I have those moments of why am I doing this, I still know that every day when I go to work, I see in people why I love what I do. When I talk to my students and I see the programs that they're doing and I see, you know, I get the feeling that I get when I step on a college campus, I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So whatever you need that pick me up, make sure you have a support system. That's almost an 11th tip, but I'll just throw it in this one because I want to make this 10 tips. But have a support system that's going to be there for you, pushing you, holding you accountable. For me, it's my cohort mates. We have this little girls group that we have just stuck together throughout the semester, and we're like 4 in, 4 out. We're gonna get through this together, and that's really been helpful. So if you have that, that's awesome. If you don't, just have someone, a friend, a spouse, a significant other, mom, dad, who's gonna be pushing you, who's gonna say, hey, I know you're struggling right now. I know you're super tired, but you can do this and you're going to be great and it's going to work out. So those are my top tips for surviving graduate school. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about how I cope, how I study, whatever in grad school, let me know. I'd love to share with you guys. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Winter, spring, and fall.